Hey there, it's been a while. Please subscribe to my channel. I'll be grateful to you. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers. Lee Dissown's Poppy, wants sister gone forever? The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers claim that Lee Finnegan may disown Poppy Nozawa and warn that she wants her sister gone forever. Between the buried John Finnegan passion and Luna Nozawa's paternity, Lee's going to have some fantastic reasons to blow her top. BNB fans know Lee was outraged when she thought Poppy hooked up with Jack Finnegan all those years ago. We all saw Lee go into a rage as she accused Poppy of sleeping with her husband and conceiving Luna during an affair. Of course, Lee apologized once the DNA test confirmed she was mistaken, but the truth is so much worse. Can you imagine how enraged Lee's going to be when she finds Poppy put Finn to bed instead? Lee will undoubtedly perceive Poppy as the filthy aunt who perverted her own adopted nephew. You can guarantee Lee will whine about Poppy preying on Finn and depriving him of his virginity while he trusted her. Lee will be enraged with Poppy dragging Finn that close and putting him in that unpleasant scenario. Although Lee won't appreciate the notion that Finn is Luna's father, she may rage over Poppy withholding his daughter from him, too. As far as Lee's concerned, it'll just be confirmation that Poppy committed mistake after mistake. In other words, Lee will trash Poppy with everything she's got when the time comes and this astonishing news spreads. It's simply a matter of how Lee will find out the whole horrible story. By the end of all this, Lee may disown Poppy over the buried family secret and declare she wants her sister gone forever. Will Lee try to push her sister out of town and explain that Poppy needs to get out of her sight permanently? Our BNB predictions lead to some epic scenes after Lee eventually confronts Poppy over what she's been hiding, so stay tuned for updates on all the wild drama. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers warn Poppy's shot at a relationship with Lee may be lost for good. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers. April's mass sabotage, tampered DNA tests across hospital? The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers state that Penelope Poppy Nozawa kept maintaining it wasn't possible for John Finnegan to be Luna Nozawa's father. With April aiding Finn and Lee Finnegan with several paternity tests, might there be anything else going on? What if Finn isn't Luna's father at all? Bill Spencer's double DNA tests. Luna has been covertly relocated from prison to Bill Spencer's residence on house detention. Bill and Luna have been doing a lot of chatting, including the phony paternity test. Fans might recall that Luna bought a phony paternity test online. However, Bill wanted to be confident of the results and had a second test done by Lee Finnegan. BNB spoilers claim that was unexpected for Luna, but she managed to keep her lie continuing. The two paternity tests were discussed recently, which suggests that they will show up once more. Lee Finnegan's forced jabbing Luna and Bill were not the only ones to get paternity tests recently. Lee had long thought that Penelope Poppy Nozawa deceived her in the doctor's own home. After Luna's DNA didn't match Tom Starr's liver, Lee inserted a needle in Jack Finnegan, believing he was the father. However, Jack wasn't Luna's father either. John Finnegan's bombshell. After Lee informed Finn what happened with Jack, he had a light bulb moment. Finn asked Poppy whether he was Luna's father, but she kept denying it. After Poppy left, Finn did two paternity tests on the DNA sample Luna had on file at the hospital. April's mass hospital sabotage? Each incident alone might not indicate anything. However, put all the tests together and there seems to be something wrong. Maybe Luna's DNA vial was mislabeled or it's not her blood at all. Maybe someone is interfering with testing at the hospital across the board. The one individual who seems to have access is April the lab tech. On The Bold and the Beautiful, April was the one who gave Tom's toxicology results to Lee as the doctor was grappling with Hollis' death. April was also the one who brought Tom's liver and Luna's DNA to Lee. April appeared all too eager to assist Lee solve her riddle. April raved about how much she admired Lee. While it might be true, it felt a bit excessive for a lab tech/doctor dynamic. April was also the one that delivered Luna's DNA to Finn as well as the paternity testing. If someone wants an accurate test result, then they should get fresh samples, not use old ones on file. There is no guarantee the vials haven't been interfered with or mislabeled. Going a bit further, remember when Lee brought a paternity test to Bill's house? Is it feasible that April was the one that handed Lee the test? Could April have also been involved in Tom and Hollis' deaths? While viewers know Luna killed both men, soaps love to twist history. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers. Monday, February 10th, Finn decides whether to go through with Luna confession to Steffi. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers for Monday, February 10th, suggest that John Finnegan will decide whether to go through with his Luna Nozawa confession to Steffi Forrester. When the show ended off on Friday's B&B episode, Finn appeared quite choked up as he revealed he had something to tell Steffi. It certainly seemed like Finn was ready to come clean about his passionate night with Poppy Nozawa all those years ago, which resulted in Luna Nozawa's pregnancy. However, Finn may finally decide to bail on his confession or at least delay it. After all, it's Finn and Steffi's anniversary, so does he really want to spoil the evening by saying he's the father of the monster who locked her in a cage? That said, there's something else Steffi needs to hear, and it might surely put a damper on the celebration. Finn may just reveal that he stopped by the prison and heard Luna wasn't there anymore. That could leave Steffi apprehensive, but Finn at least knows she's still an inmate someplace. Of course, Finn will have to explain why he suddenly wanted to see Luna, but he may cover up the rest of the Luna news for now. At Bill Spencer's, he'll continue to persuade Liam Spencer that he's okay and there's no reason to worry. Liam may feel that Bill's trying to rush him off, so it could add to his concerns. Since Luna is outdoors on the balcony, there's the potential for Liam to discover her. If Bill can't stop Liam from coming out there, then his kid could get the shock of his life. Whatever the case, darkness has fallen in Los Angeles, and that's generally when huge narrative developments happen. Liam might uncover a surprising find at the Spencer estate, so stick with us for more predictions on all the Luna turmoil. The bold and the beautiful spoilers suggest some curveballs are still to come because to this whole house arrest issue, so stay tuned for updates on all the excitement. The bold and the beautiful weekly summary for the week of February 3, 2025. This week on The Bold and the Beautiful, Finn sobbed when the DNA test results confirmed that he was Luna's father. He did the test twice to be sure, then summoned Poppy to come to his office. When she came in, he presented her the results and raged that she had lied to him. Poppy argued that she never knew for sure, thus it wasn't lying. Finn reminded her that if she hadn't lied back then and said that there was a chance he was the father, then they could have done a paternity test all those years ago. Instead, he felt robbed of being part of Luna's life growing up and blamed Poppy for who Luna developed into. Luna insisted he was too young and had his whole life ahead of him, but Finn didn't want to hear her justifications. He shouted at her for what she had done. Poppy cried and begged him not to tell anyone their secret. She warned that Lee and Steffi would never forgive it. Finn walked out and went to the prison to tell Luna but found out she wasn't there, and the warden wouldn't tell him anything more than he told Poppy, which was that Luna was still in the system as an inmate. Finn went home, it was his anniversary, but he forgot. Steffi could see something was wrong, and he ultimately informed her there was something she needed to know. Will and Electra came by Bill's, and he gave her a tour of the grounds. Then they sat in the living room, and he told her the story of Luna. Despite his taunts, Luna, who was eavesdropping, would smile every time Will spoke her name. Liam also stopped by to check on Bill. He added that he would always love Steffi but was delighted that she was happy after what Luna did to her. Daphne and Carter got closer. They were physically close and flirting when Hope went into the CEO's office and caught them, but Hope managed to turn it around to win Carter's attention back. Daphne told Steffi that Carter and Hope certainly had a great bond. Steffi rethought her plan to appeal to Carter's conscience instead. Brooke asked Carter if he had any regrets, but he stayed steadfast and stated how he and Hope were given no choice. Brooke regretted her regrets and appealed to his sense of humanity. Alone, Carter was troubled and thought back to the time he convinced Ridge and Steffi to inadvertently sign away the company. Carter didn't look too happy. Brooke went to Ridge's house and told him she still loved him and wanted to work things out. The bold and the beautiful comings and goings. Missing vet back. A missing and adored veteran is back at The Bold and the Beautiful. Are there new actors or actresses joining The Bold and the Beautiful in contract, recurring, or day player roles? Are any beloved stars from yesteryear boarding the soap? Are any of your favorite artists leaving the CBS show? Here's the latest comings and goings casting news. The week of February 10, 2025, after a few months off the canvas, Dick Christie is back on duty as Charlie Weber. Look for the Forrester Creations head of security to air on Friday, February 13th. He'll share scenes with Muriel Hilaire's beguiling Daphne Rose. Christie last appeared on the soap in November 2024. B&B spoilers, what is Finn's next move? The truth is finally out on The Bold and the Beautiful. After months of speculation, implication, and negative DNA tests, we now know that John Finn Finnegan is Luna Nozawa's father. The ramifications from this is going to be disastrous, and fans of the program are here for it. It's the end of the world as Finn knows it being Luna's father will turn Finn's life upside down. First, it'll involve admitting that as a college kid, he slept with his adoptive, live-in aunt, Poppy Nozawa. They weren't blood relations, but that doesn't make the situation any less disturbing. Finn was technically of age, but he has stated now that he sees how terrible it was to share that night with Poppy. Then comes the reality that he missed all of his daughter's formative years, and he'll undoubtedly question if his presence may have made her life better. Luna blames her violent actions on not having a father, and Finn is a terrific dad. Sure, nothing is actually ever really so simple, but he is likely to have guilt over the status of her life. How will Finn tell Lee? Lee Finnegan is going to lose her mind when she finds out the truth. Finn's mother is still on an apology tour for wrongfully accusing her ex, Jack Finnegan, of sleeping with Poppy and fathering Luna. She is so relieved to have been mistaken and is on a quest to make things up to Poppy, but that will all change when she finds out the truth. The only thing worse than a fling with her then-husband is possibly laying even a finger on her son. For Finn, informing his mother may even be worse than having to tell his wife, Steffi Forrester. There is undoubtedly going to be a significant amount of shame for Finn when he finally tells Lee the truth. How will Steffi handle the truth? This is one difficulty that Steffi doesn't see coming. She is currently dealing with the takeover at Forrester Creations, and if you asked her about the biggest problem in her marriage, she would likely reply that it is Finn's bizarre link to her deadly biological mother, Sheila Carter. It took her a while, but she finally convinced Finn to cut ties with Sheila, and life has been quite pleasant for them ever then. Finding out that the lady that took her hostage and was ready to abandon her for dead is actually Finn's daughter isn't going to sit well at all. What do you believe Finn's future steps will be? How do you think that Lee and Steffi will respond to the truth? Bradley Bell previews what's coming next on BNB. On March 23, 2025, The Bold and the Beautiful will celebrate its 38th anniversary, and it shows no sign of slowing down anytime soon. The soap's executive producer and head writer, Bradley Bell, looked back as he looked ahead to what is to come. I remember the whole casting process at the end of '86 and early '87, before we premiered on March 23 of '87, Bell recounted to TV Insider. You never quite know when you're putting together an original cast how the chemistry will be, but we knew that Ron Moss, ex-Ridge, and Catherine Kelly Lang, Brooke, and Joanna Johnson, ex-Caroline, had great chemistry from the get-go. Hiring great performers like John McCook, Eric, and Susan Flannery, ex-Stephanie, to head up the main Forrester family provided a solid basis for decades of future storylines starring exciting and unforgettable characters. The cast has changed quite a little over the past 38 years, but one thing that hasn't changed is Bell's devotion to producing interesting stories, and there are many more coming up that fans can look forward to. We have the Nozawa family with great actors and a story that's unraveling through Finn, Bell previewed. I'm excited that not only will Luna find her father at long last, but she's going to find her grandmother too, Sheila Carter. So that's going to offer us a whole new avenue to play with Lisa Yamada Luna, and Kimberlyn Brown Sheila. Now we know where Luna gets her psychotic tendencies from. The ramifications from Carter and Hope's takeover of Forrester Creations will continue to be a major point in the coming months. We have the business story with Ridge and Eric, determined to come back to the place that Eric founded, and how that will roll out with Carter and Hope and Brooke, who has been put in a very difficult position, he added. We have Rebecca Budig Taylor on board, and she is a dream. The character of Taylor is going to experience some new problems. We have a terrific narrative for Liam coming up as well, which I am extremely pleased about. The Bold and the Beautiful preview week of February 10th, Lee's false assurance, Finn confesses, Hope's impossible position. The Bold and the Beautiful teaser for the week of February 10th, 2025, is here. The promo clip depicts Lee Finnegan having the wrong idea about John Finn Finnegan and Penelope Poppy Nozawa. Meanwhile, Finn's bombshell leaves Steffi Forrester Finnegan rattled. Plus, Carter Walton makes an impossible request of Hope Logan. Carter Walton's turnaround the preview clip for next week opens with Carter and Hope. Fans recently watched as Brooke Logan and Carter shared regrets around the takeover. Carter has expressed numerous times he wishes Ridge Forrester were doing this with him. It seems that Carter has some kind of idea of how to turn things around. Carter grabs Hope by the shoulders, stating he's having a hard time. Carter then urges Hope to apologize to Ridge and Steffi. Hope Logan's impossible position. Hope stammers what Carter just ordered her to do with full astonishment. Hope can't believe what Carter is asking her to do. Carter certainly believes that it will stop all the ruckus, especially now that Daphne Rose is on board. While Hope loves Carter, or claims to, will she really bow down to apologize to Ridge and Steffi? It's Carter's name that's on the documents, not Hope's. In any case, if Hope refuses, will Carter dump her or get rid of HFDF? If Hope does apologize, does it instantly solve everything? Steffi Forrester Finnegan's heartbreak over with Steffi on The Bold and the Beautiful. The preview clip reveals that she reacts to Finn's bombshell. Speaking to Ridge and Taylor Hayes, Steffi says they've been through more than any couple should. Taylor appears absolutely distressed over her daughter's statement. Then, presumably alone on the staircase, a melancholy and sad Steffi states that this sensation is never going to go away. Lee Finnegan's false assurance over with Lee on BNB. Spoilers hint that Finn will be ready to tell his mother the truth. However, Poppy evidently has gotten to Lee before Finn could. Before Finn can say anything about Luna Nozawa, Lee informs her son she knows. When Finn seems perplexed, a calm and smilingly says, "About you and my sister?" Even though Lee claims to know the truth, she clearly doesn't know about Finn and Poppy's night of passion, so stay tuned. Next week on The Bold and the Beautiful, Finn and Steffi consult their parents. Carter tries to get through to Hope. Next week, The Bold and the Beautiful heats up when Steffi, Ridge, and Taylor chat about Luna. Carter starts to break under strain, and Finn needs to deal. Here's what we know about episodes we'll see from Monday, February 10th to Friday, February 14th, next week on The Bold and the Beautiful. Brooke shared with Carter how she felt guilt for the choices she'd made since the takeover. She had to be careful how much she spilled with her own objectives, but she talked to Carter about how she didn't agree with what he and Hope did. She reminded Carter about the firm that Eric founded, how all of it was because of the Forresters' hard work and they had built it from the ground up. It wasn't right that Ridge and Eric were no longer at the company, and she mentioned multiple times that she knew that Carter felt the same way deep down. Later, Carter seemed troubled as he recalled the moment he took the corporation. Is Carter having a change of heart? The more he thinks about what Brooke said, the more upset he gets. While he believes in his vision for Forrester, he never anticipated to be doing it without Ridge and Eric. He's also lost his best friend. Next week, Carter shares with Hope his sentiments of remorse and is trying to think of a way to smooth it all out. He suggests to Hope that they apologize for what they done. Despite Carter telling Hope that he was having a hard time with it, Hope can't believe that he'd advised that she apologize to Ridge and Steffi. Is this the first evidence of a rift between the two? Has Brooke succeeded to do what Steffi had hoped to? Family relations. Finn is dealing with what he knows about Luna's paternity. Poppy had begged him not to tell anyone the news, but he has no idea if she has told anyone. He's having problems hiding that he's a bit of an emotional wreck. When Finn's mom arrives to see him at his office, he's mind blown. "It's okay, son. I know," Lee says. Finn can't believe his ears. "You know," he asks, incredulous. Lee nods an affirmative and says, "You and my sister." Crazy memories. Steffi talks to her parents about Finn, her marriage, and how strong they have become over the years. When they relive the most recent experience when Steffi nearly died but Finn saved her from Luna, Steffi is frank about the impact it had on her. "Finn and I have been through more than any couple should," Steffi explains. She says that this feeling is never going to go away. Is she talking about her love for Finn, or her unforgiveness of Luna? Thank you for your time. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe.